Am I getting a call from Atlanta, Georgia?
Inside or outside the perimeter.
Declined.
Oh, they were going to get you on the new season of Queer Eye.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bimbo Book Club.
I am Bertrude, and that is Jade.
Sure is. Sure is. How are you? How's your week been?
Uneventful,
Okay, good.
in terms of things I can share
Yeah,
on here.
yeah.
Um, yeah, haven't really done anything noteworthy, I would
Okay.
say. Saw Jaws in theaters. I'm seeing a lot of movies in theaters right now because I just discovered Flashback Cinema, where they
Mm,
show old movies in theaters. So I've been doing a lot of that.
good,
Oh,
good.
and I saw Weapons.
How was that?
I was laughing my ass off at the end.
Okay.
I was laughing so
Okay.
hard I was crying at the end. Have you seen it?
No, but I want to.
Okay, I'm not going to say anything else. Just that I wasn't as blown away by everyone else.
Hmm.
Like I wasn't as blown away by it as everyone else was,
Yeah,
but I really enjoyed it. It's a solid movie. I just don't think it's less of a mystery and more about they just tell you information at specific times. Like as soon as you
right,
get information, you know what to do with it. They're just
right.
withholding it to tell a better story. So, and that has been my week. Your turn.
Let's see. I also don't think there's really like much of note for me either. My bestie Patty was in town and we did some Shrek drag, which was really fun. So go ahead and check that out on her TikTok at FY Patrish. Oh my God. Something crazy did happen while she was here though. Okay, we went, we walked to this little like hole in the wall kind of like street food type restaurant. It was like the food's great. It's just like you order at the counter, you sit down. There's $6 margaritas. There's not like an actual bar. You
Yeah.
just order it. It's in a plastic cup and you sip it and it's fine. And it's basically juice.
Okay. Cool.
There was a woman who came in after us, sunglasses on, did not take them off the entire time.
Her.
Like a white woman in her probably late 30s, 40s,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Complete and total Karen. First words out of her mouth is she goes, "What time is it? I don't have my phone." And they were like, "It's 2:45."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Okay, well, can I please still get the happy hour deals?" And I didn't hear what happened around that point. But flash forward 10 minutes, she is still trying to order her two goddamn margaritas at the counter. They have brought a second employee up. I keep hearing her say, "I am very particular. So I just want to make sure you understand this. Who's making my drink?" She literally like is pulling out all this shit. Who's making it? Okay, come here. I want to tell you too.
My
Very particular.
nightmare.
Nightmare. She goes, "Okay, well, I'm going to come around and watch you make it anyway. So I'm just telling you this so I don't get charged more than I should." And so she's sitting there. They are at the counter for probably, I want to say it was over 10 minutes before they even started to make the drink. Once they started to make the drink, 20 minutes. She was over there watching over them. This poor guy started over about 3 or 4 times.
Was
She
he
was
just chugging them when she would kill him? When she was like, no, was he just taking the shots?
No, he was just like, okay, like I don't know what you want me to do. It was a $6 margarita. It was a
Yeah.
six
When you
dollar
pay six
margarita.
dollars for a margarita, you get a $6 margarita.
You get a $6 margarita. And I couldn't even understand what she wanted, but I
Attention.
think attention. But I think what it was is she wanted like a little bit more alcohol than what comes in one, but she also didn't want to pay for it. She wanted to
Yeah.
make sure she was getting charged for a regular one. And
Yeah.
they kept saying, like, if you have more alcohol, we have to charge you more. And
Yeah.
she's like, no. This woman, oh my God, it like my blood was boiling. Patty was just staring right down her back,
Yeah.
like at the back of her head, like trying to get her attention to embarrass her. Because I mean, we were the only people in there besides her. It was
Oh,
25 minutes. I looked at the clock when she left. It was 3:11. So it was from 2:45 to 3:11. All of that was happening.
I would have killed her.
It was awful. And then they felt bad for us. And they were like giving us free shit. And I was like, don't feel bad for
Give it to
us.
yourself. Whatever you're
Yeah,
going to give us
like,
for free, give to
oh
yourself.
my God. Like, no, no, no. And yeah, anyway, it was the craziest thing. Every time I see a Karen in the wild,
Oh my
I,
God.
I act like I've never seen one before because it is like truly so shocking.
Yeah.
But it was so awful. And the little manager girl came over to us and she was like, sorry about that. Like, she comes in here at least once a week and does this. And I was like, why have you guys not banned her from the
Yeah.
premises? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Oh my God. I hate entitled people. I hate entitled white people, specifically older
Yeah.
white women who are
I
so
just
fucking
bully them.
entitled. I wanted to hit her. I wanted to like
Oh my
say,
God.
get the fuck out. Then
I get in
also, she
trouble
took
with
the
my
margaritas
friends
to
because
go.
because I'm so mean to Karens. I get in trouble with my friends.
She took the margaritas to go too. And also, I don't think that's legal, right? Like most
No.
places.
I don't think you can carry it outside of the establishment you buy it in unless it's like Vegas. Like I think it's
Right.
literally Vegas and nowhere else.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, it was a lot. That was the least of my worries. I was like, I hope she gets
Oh my
arrested
God.
outside.
Yeah, I
Anyway.
started beef with this lady at the local coffee shop by me because
Mm,
I pulled off to the side of the street. Well, actually, my friend did, and he's mad at me for this. Pulled off on the side of the street, and I guess he didn't pull up far enough, and she parked behind us and just started like honking until he pulled forward, like halfway in front of the drive-through. And I was like, "I'll hurry." So I run in, grab the coffee, get in the car,
yeah.
and as I'm coming out, the lady's coming in, and she goes, "Thank you so much for pulling your car up." And I turned around and I went, "Or just like don't be a cunt."
Yeah. Literally.
And
It's
she
not
was,
that hard.
and now every time she sees me in Starbucks, she goes, "Vulgar young man," is what she says
Mm,
to whoever's nearby.
mm,
It's happened like three
mm.
times. She just looks at me and she goes, "Very vulgar young man."
Okay.
Yeah.
What the
Hey,
fuck?
girl, go fuck yourself. Sit on a cactus and spin.
Amen. And that's what I've always said. Well, speaking of sitting on cactuses and spinning, I don't, that wasn't a perfect segue, but we are
No,
talking about something crazy today, a little bit.
yeah, it would have happened in this program.
It would have happened. Um, so if you didn't already know by the title, we are talking about Strangers with Candy, episode 1. I can't call this the pilot because there was a pilot that never aired because it was very problematic.
Oh,
So this is just
okay.
episode 1.
There were worse jokes than some of the ones made in this episode.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, so here's my relationship with this show. I have not seen the whole thing.
I don't think anyone can.
I have literally only seen the first episode, and that was what we watched today again. So it was just a refresher for me. But I wanted to talk about it as someone who doesn't really have a connection to the show because I know a
Mhm.
lot of people love it. They have like a
Yeah.
connection to it. Um, and I don't know. I just find it. I love Amy Sedaris. That's my
I
connection to
love
it.
Amy Sedaris.
I love the entire Sedaris family. They are like everything to me. I'm obsessed with them. And Amy Sedaris is who I want to be in my life
Yes.
without a doubt.
Yes.
But none of us were immune to making bad jokes back in the day. So you know what? We love her to death. Love you to death, Amy. But
Yeah.
but you know,
You know.
there was the pilot that never aired, you know. So a little backstory. This show and I think that this will help you understand it a little better and realize that it like get where the humor is coming from a little bit more because it's a lot. It's a lot. But it was
It's
basically
so fun.
made as a satire to after school specials and like
Okay.
basically everything that you could possibly see in an after school special put into this one woman.
Okay. I
And
get
that's
it.
Jerry.
Love her.
Yeah. And so as the episodes go along, a lot of them are based on very specific after school specials. I don't think this
Okay.
one has a specific one because they're just setting
Right.
her up and setting up, everything.
The
But yeah,
universe.
they're setting up the Jerry
So,
cinematic universe. Um so yeah, but I think knowing that it's based on after school specials to me makes it a little bit funnier because I'm like, I get it.
yes.
It's
Yes. No, that is the bit, and it is accomplished, and
yeah,
you can get away with more when you say that you're making fun of something else.
right. Satire, it erases a multitude of sins,
Truly.
unfortunately, whether
No,
it
I'm
should or not.
poking fun at. Yeah.
Right, right. Like Glee. Like
Like,
Glee. We always
wait.
say that when we come back to Glee. It's like, some of the things they're not great, but they were maybe making fun of something and whatever. So it's sort
Hey,
of that
I gave
vibe.
Harry Potter a pass for that with Cho Chang. So
Yeah, exactly.
satire can you have a little bit more wiggle room. I still think today it'd be dialed back just a wee bit.
Oh,
But
absolutely. I am not
what
going to take up for the show
from
in the
that
slightest.
wouldn't be? Like,
Right.
what from
Right.
that era isn't going to get a little dialed back if it's remade
Oh my
today?
God. Exactly. Exactly. And so, yeah, I just want to say that disclaimer. I'm not like sitting here saying this is a fully clean cut show with all the good, right jokes. It's not. But I
They're
thought it would be
funny.
fun for us to watch and talk about because, as you all know from every episode, we both grew up in schools that maybe had a little fear mongering taste to them, like
Just a wee bit.
had a little bit of the after school special vibe. So I thought it would
Yes.
be really fun. We can talk about the episode, and then I want to dive into the things that were shown to us that
Yes.
kind of scared us straight as children as well. So, first of all, what are your thoughts on the episode in general?
I took 3 whole notes.
Perfect.
I thought it was hysterical. Mission accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
In like mocking after school specials, completely
Mm-hmm.
exactly what I expected. Why is every man on this show so fine?
I was literally saying this. Stephen Colbert is such a cutie.
Stephen Colbert, first of all, being there,
Yeah.
like title sequence showing Stephen Colbert. I was like, he leaves from behind the desk, like he gets up from
Yeah.
behind the desk.
Yeah.
Okay, he's fine. Her brother is fine.
Mhm.
Her dad doesn't do it for me, but maybe does it for someone.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
there were other guys that showed up, and I was
The
like,
art
why is
teacher.
the art teacher, the principal, like
Yeah.
all of them? I was like, why are all of these men so fine?
She has a
Anyway,
lot of fine men around her, I would
yes.
imagine.
Um,
Oh,
okay. What else do I have? Oh, okay. So I have 2 related notes and 1 not. At
perfect.
one point, um, Jerry,
Jerry.
at one point, Jerry calls her adoptive brother, stepbrother, cousin,
Stepbrother. Mhm.
stepbrother, a stupid blood fart.
Mhm.
Eviscerated. And also, I
Yeah.
quote Trixie Mattel saying blood fart all the time,
Uh-huh.
and now I know
And
where she got it from
yeah,
because that
that's
wasn't an original thought.
probably where she got it
Yep,
from.
yep,
A
stupid
lot of
blood
gay
fart.
people love this show.
Yeah, I get it. It's a gay fucking show.
It is. It is.
Okay, the other things is my favorite part and my biggest gripe of the
Okay.
episode.
Give it to me.
Keeping a turtle in your locker next to a pack of cigarettes is so very me, I fear.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm. R.I.P.
I love that turtle. And then they
Mm-hmm.
immediately started setting up
Immediately.
something terrible
Terrible.
happening to this turtle. And
Mm-hmm.
what happens to this turtle is a bunch of students on drugs
Yeah,
hit it through a plate glass window with a
absolutely.
golf club.
Oh, absolutely. And what else? What else could
And
happen?
she goes flying.
Uh-huh.
I
Mm-hmm.
love her.
I love
Um,
her.
I hope that it's kind of like a Kenny from South Park bit where every episode the turtle comes back to die a new way.
I don't think the turtle comes back, but that would be really
No,
funny
in my head, the turtle comes back. It dies a different way every episode.
every time.
Whatever it takes for me to get my turtle back. The comments I have on the show, other than just like, minor things here and there, like the fact that they're all like shoving slime on their lips to do
Mm-hmm.
drugs. Like that looks like slime.
It's basically slime. Yeah,
Yeah, they're putting
exactly.
borax and contact lens solution right on their lips.
Exactly. Okay, yeah. I just think it's really fun. It's one of those shows that like my uncle sat me down over COVID and was when he was giving
Yeah.
me, gay history lesson, he said, "We're gonna watch this one." And we didn't watch any more past the first episode, but I really loved it and it really stuck with me. So
I mean, I almost watched the second episode. I'm probably gonna
I
watch
did
the
watch
second
the second
episode at some point.
episode.
Yeah.
I did watch it. Yeah, it was good too. It was cute. But the first one, I really love the death of the popular girl. It is just so fucked up and so crazy that it is just kind of brilliant to me. I don't know.
So brilliant.
I love it. I love this episode. It's good. It's a good one.
I didn't think they were gonna kill the high schooler.
I didn't either. And the only thing I'm super disappointed about is that the most iconic moment from the show, which you've probably even seen, I was like,
Yes.
I hope this is in the first episode, and it wasn't, but that's okay. I guess I'll have to watch the rest of the show to figure out where it is. But if you guys have seen, it's circulated the internet so many times, but it's Amy Sedaris and Stephen Colbert, and she calls him a and he says, "What did you call me?" And she goes, "What did you hear?" He said, "I'd rather not say." And she says, "Then I guess we'll never know."
No. Also, important bit for this. Amy Sedaris is turning 50, has been to prison,
yeah.
been released from prison, and is now enrolled in high school as an almost 50-year-old woman.
As an almost 50-year-old. She is a former prostitute. Here, let me actually get that. The series, inspired by after school specials, follows Jerry Blank as a 46-year-old woman who, after living as a prostitute and drug addict, decides to go back to high school and start doing things the right way. And so she immediately is in high school. She's thrust into high school with all of these teenagers, and she is a teenager herself because I guess we're supposed to believe that when she, went to jail and did all of this stuff, she kind of didn't get her normal high school experience. And now she's redoing
it. Kind of like developmentally froze.
Right.
Not how that works, but
not exactly how that works, but sure.
Turns out you just develop in the prison system.
Exactly. But it is just such a concept, such a thing. Like, it's one of those that, like, I wish I came up with. Like, it makes me, like, so mad that I didn't come up with it because it's such a good setup for a show. And I need to continue. There's 3 seasons and a movie, so I need to watch it. Mm-hmm. A prequel movie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that tickles my fancy. I'm on board.
I know.
No, I was cracking up. Good one-liners. Very like Kath and Kim energy to me, where it's like, okay, we're getting ready for like minimal character growth. We're just doing the same thing every time over and over, and that's gonna be fine. I'm gonna love it.
Yes. And something that I noticed when I was on the Wikipedia page about the show. And here, let me see where this is. So it says, tonally, Strangers with Candy uses surreal humor to satirize after school specials and the sanitize, I don't know that word, advice those shows would give to kids. The show altered the lessons so the principal character would always do the wrong thing. I don't know. That's just
yeah. No, I mean, she's definitely, it's like told from the point of view of the antagonist, or like always choosing the wrong choice. First episode, to make friends, she makes a street drug and brings it to school, and it's like, you like this? I'll have more of it at my party.
Right.
And then
accidentally drugs all of the students at the party, which is actually a vigil for
the first girl she killed
with the street drugs.
And that at the vigil is when the turtle gets hit through the window.
So yeah, I think this show is just plain old fun.
No, it's very like,
but plain old fun.
Yeah, it's like watch and don't do anything, but like, isn't this hysterical? Yeah, it is. The jokes are good. Amy Sedaris is always a fucking hoot and a half.
I would watch anything Amy Sedaris was in, I'll be honest.
Oh my God. Do you know what I quote from her all the time? And it's a quote at her, but I think it's the funniest thing she's ever done. In Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, she runs into this room and goes to hug Jane Krakowski, and Jane Krakowski goes, "No shoes on the rug." And while she's running, she kicks off her shoes at the same time while she's still moving.
Oh my God.
I don't think I've ever laughed harder at anything than Mimi Canassis. No shoes on the rug. Run, kick, still moving. Like this, like flat-footed duck walk.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
she's just so brilliant. She is so brilliant. Oh my God. I love her so much. And like, if you don't know who she is and you're listening, I just am going to say, I'm going to suggest you just go watch everything she's ever done. Go to YouTube and type in Amy Sedaris, because she has a show called At Home with Amy Sedaris, which I think is really funny.
Is that the one that I'm always seeing the skit with Cola Scola where they slide down the banister?
Yes. And Cole's in like a bunch of episodes, usually always like dressed up as like a suburban mom or a suburban housewife. It's just like
Mary Todd Lincoln.
So fucking good. Anyway.
Wait, can I sidetrack for a sec?
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts on Cola Scola? I just am curious.
I love them.
Okay, same.
I truly, truly love them. I think And I think that it kind of falls into the same boat as my love for Amy
Oh
Sedaris.
yeah.
I love Cole because of Amy Sedaris, I think.
Okay.
And so they're so intertwined to me because they just work together all the time. But I think within that, I got introduced to Cole, and now I'm obsessed with Cole. I think they're so funny. And yeah, do
Okay,
people
cool.
like,
Yeah,
is there,
I mean, there's an annoyance with them for sure, but I mean, like, par for the course when you're doing that kind of humor, when you're that
oh
kind
my
of
God,
comedian. But
absolutely.
yeah, I
But
mean, it doesn't phase them. My introduction to them was Search Party. I don't know. Have you watched Search
mm-hmm,
Party? I've tried to get you to
mm-hmm.
watch Search Party.
Yes, I haven't finished it, but I
Okay.
have seen the first couple seasons.
Grace Schmitt's in the last season.
Yes, I did know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
I love them in that. They were fucking crazy and hysterical and also crazy
Mm-hmm.
and very productive. Anyway, I was just curious.
Yeah.
We hadn't talked about them, so I wanted to talk about them. Cool.
Yeah.
Glad we're on
No,
the
I
same
love
page.
them. I want to see Oh Mary so bad, and I know I probably never will. And
Mhm.
whatever,
Oh, Mary.
there was, oh my God,
There'll be a
my,
slime tutorial, and this one won't make
there
your
will
lips
be
numb.
call back.
Call that. I'm gonna do a wraparound. I'm gonna do a
There was
little
this,
wraparound.
there was this completely and totally, absolutely annoying gay man who was the waiter for my birthday dinner last year at this seafood restaurant.
Oh, I was like,
And
I was a guest, but I guess it was a different annoying gay person.
so he was like he was trying to convince me. This is awful. Okay, I'm so sorry if any of you listening went to AMDA. Turn this off. So he was like,
I'm sorry, I'm ready. I'm sorry, I'm ready. The way you said that, and I just got ripped back in time about 5 years. Okay, tell me about Amda Girl.
so he was like he kind of revealed that he was a theater girl too, and so we were like, joking with them, laughing with them, talking about different things. And he was like, he was like, yeah, no, I went to theater school in New York. And I was like, oh, I did too. Where did you go? He said AMDA. And
Which
he
is a
went,
fine institution.
no, it's not.
It is a scam.
um, well, literally. So he was like, what about you? I was like, Tish.
Okay, but did he complete his schooling at
And
AMDA?
okay, well, shut the fuck up about that. I completed my schooling elsewhere. Don't worry, guys. Um, but he walked away, and I literally, to everyone at the table, I was like, so I was like, so personally, I call this place Scamda. I was like, I just want to catch you guys up with why that was funny.
Yeah.
That
Just
he
want to
told
fill
us
you in that
that.
he wasted his money. The joke is he's a waiter and he deserves it.
And if he's listening, if you're out there, if you're listening, it's okay that you went to AMDA. I don't like, it's fine. That's not why I hated
Just
you.
don't act like you have talent.
Why I hated you was because he was like, have you guys seen any shows in New York recently? And we were like, no, not recently. And he was like, oh, well, I was there a few weeks ago and I saw O'Mary, and we were like, oh my God, like, how was it? Was it incredible? And he was like, it's a show like they all are. And I was like, shut the fuck up, you annoying piece of shit.
And I would argue
Shut
that's
the
not
fuck
true. I would
up.
argue it's structured really not like most shows.
Right.
Like it's
I was
really a
like,
weird show.
you can just say that you're jealous and you don't like it that
Yeah.
another successful gay person is out there in the world
Yeah.
and that you
Or
now
maybe
live in
you just didn't
Florida.
like it. Like that's also
Or if
fine,
you
but
didn't
don't be
like
a
it, say
bitch.
that. It was so annoying. It was like, yeah, it was
But
good, but it was a show like they all are. Well,
here's the thing. Like
okay.
you can always find something good about a show on Broadway. It has always
Yes.
gotten there for a reason. I saw Natasha Pierre in the great
Great
whatever.
comment. Yeah.
Yeah. I hated it. I thought the
Yeah.
story was boring. I didn't like the music. I
That's
didn't.
okay.
Hey, set's incredible.
Right.
Josh Groban. I mean, Josh Groban.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was good. I was on board, but like I didn't like the show. But you can always. I'm not gonna be like it was a show like anything else.
Like anything else. I was like, shut the fuck up. Oh my God, you're so annoying. But anyway, I'm not trying to be a bitch. If you went to AMDA and you're listening, I don't want to ostracize you. Like, it's not like
We expect you to ostracize yourself. So
Exactly. You're still getting an education. It's more my problem with the institution and not with the students.
yeah,
I think if you come out of there and you think that you are better than everyone because you went to school in New York or LA, I think that's annoying. But
yeah,
it's more the institution that I'm really pissed off about because it's like they try to sell you on how good of a program it is. And I have directly heard from people that it's not.
no, for about 2 or 3 people per
But
class,
hey,
it's a great program. But if you don't get those like rare opportunities, you
right.
fucked. Like,
Yeah. And it's just not, yeah. And also, I want to say, I'm acting like I'm better than this man. Yes, I dropped out of Tish,
yeah,
and there was a reason I did.
yeah,
I'm going
because
to say
it's
that.
not
That's all
worth
I'll
that.
say.
Yeah.
That's all I can say for legal reasons. I'm kidding. But
Hi.
sure. No, no, no. She's going to comfort me. Good. Anyway,
Anyway,
I
fucking
left Tish on my own accord, guys. P.S. 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 Because that'll get bleeped, and I don't want you guys to think that I got kicked out. I left on my own accord. Thank you. Thank you.
yes,
Thank you.
she fled.
I quite literally fled. But
Okay.
anyway, it worked out because if I had stayed at Tish, we never would have met.
Oh, oh yeah, that would have been so sad.
The fuck?
I'm kidding. That's my way
Obviously.
of saying I can't imagine my life without you.
I
God,
know. God
get
damn it.
fucked. Okay,
Anyway.
love you.
Okay. So I think we've talked about the plot enough. I mean, just go watch it and you'll see.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a great setup of a show, but like going episode by episode,
Yeah.
you get a lot of good
I
quotes.
don't need to talk about the
Yeah, who
plot.
cares?
Yeah.
You get
It's
it.
just funny. It's good. It's grand old time.
Go watch it, you stupid blood fart.
Exactly. So what I really want to talk about is the after school special of it all. So
Yeah.
please enlighten me. What kind of bullshit were you shown at school or that you saw, I guess, on your own in a real after school special?
Yeah.
What were you shown that really scared you straight?
Clearly
Well,
nothing.
nothing.
Yeah, clearly fucking nothing. I'm trying. Okay, so I'm trying to think of like a lighthearted one because
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
go
Yeah. Yeah.
to a religious school. So most of
Correct.
our like after school specials involve like the word swimsuit areas, and that's not super fun to talk about.
Yeah. No, no, no. We can
So
keep it light. We'll keep it light.
yeah, we'll keep it light. I want to keep it on the other side of things. I'm trying to think about like I was more raised on the side of like if you don't know about it, it can't hurt you. Like I wasn't even getting
Mm,
like PSAs for the most part. I was just like,
yeah.
what are drugs? What
Yeah.
are, like took me a while to figure it out. So the one that jumps out to me that actually I found later in life and I sent to you today
Mhm.
is ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen.
we have returned home.
Hmm.
It's from an episode of Scooby fucking Doo.
Yep. Which
So
I was so shocked by the
it's
way.
it's I have to give so much
Crazy.
context for this. It's the things that are said in this episode are never going to be okay.
Yeah.
But this was my exposure to it. So we are talking about A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, season 1, episode 9.
Mhm.
Scooby-Dude is the name of the episode. I just want to say you're so lucky you picked this topic because this was on my list to do a full episode on.
Okay,
So
good.
if you had not done this, we would have had to talk about this for a full episode.
Right. Oh
Folks, it's okay. It's so hard to explain in short. In A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, they are kids. Velma is the cutest thing you will ever see in your life. Velma is
So
precious,
cute. So
adorable.
Cute. Yeah.
My favorite version of Velma. Whatever. Everyone else is there too. They're kids solving mysteries as like an elementary school detective agency. They go to the beach where a headless skateboarder is kidnapping dolphins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Because
Duh. When they find the dolphins,
mm-hmm.
I'm just going to walk through what is said. Okay.
Yeah. Let's just say it.
So Velma finds the dolphins. There's something strapped to their back. She opens it and she goes, "It's drugs." And Scooby goes, "Drugs? Yeah, phooey." And then Fred, with his hands on his hips, says, "This means war."
Yes. Yes.
So I did do for some historical context, I promise this is like 3 sentences of context just to help everyone understand what's going on. This episode came out in November of 1998. Okay. The Reagan presidency was 1981 to 1989. That is when Nancy Reagan started the Just Say No drug campaign. So we were like, peak, yeah, drink up. Hey, trigger warning. I'm saying the word Nancy Reagan.
Wait, I might have to go get some more.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
That
No, you shouldn't have. I liked being surprised, but I am going to talk about something later.
Not as bad as the Jackie Kennedy surprise, am I right?
Sorry. Anyway,
where were we? Nancy Reagan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this episode was aired at the height of the Reagan presidency, before he became known as our nation's greatest gender-neutral bathroom.
Right.
And just for context, the war on drugs, there were quotes there for all of our spotters and co, has been alive and well since the 1800s, was named in the 1970s, and is just a excuse for military budgets to increase and marginalized communities to be targeted. There's no proof that it actually has yielded any results. Okay.
Yay!
Sorry, that's just a fun little side note that I wanted to throw in there because Freddie decided to say this means war.
Clink.
Clink.
And not to spoil the story I'm going to tell in probably 10 minutes, but mine sort of has something to do with Reagan too.
He's a problem on this one.
He's a problem. He's a big problem, some might say.
Yeah, some might say he created some issues.
Yeah.
No one would say he created any solutions, though. So
no.
Anyway,
well, Republicans might.
Why'd you have to bring them up?
Sorry, they're real.
Me bringing up Reagan and then being mad that you brought up Republicans.
Yeah, you brought up the Republicans, so I don't want to fucking hear it from you.
Yeah,
vulgar young man.
Vulgar young man. I don't know if she knows the people she's saying that to either, or if she just says it to strangers. I don't care. I want that to be my
reputation.
Yeah, reputation. It's like when Vanity Fair called Meg Stalter a foul-mouthed bisexual. Like, I'm okay with being a foul-mouthed young man.
Yeah.
Oh my God, twins.
Twins. So anyway, Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, girl. So Scooby-Doo. The Fred declares war on drugs, akin to one Ronald fucking Reagan. And I think actually it was Richard Nixon that coined the term war on drugs. So
wow.
Sorry about her. My daughter's full name is Richard Eileen Nixon, and she has a tramp stamp to
say it.
She has a tramp stamp that says Watergate's dirty little slut. So she's probably responsible for a lot of this. I'm gonna let her comment at this time. Well, she just said about 14 slurs in rapid succession.
We can't air that.
We actually can't let her say anything.
We can't air that.
She's dangerous. Sorry, Eileen. God, say something. Say some vulgar young woman. Say something.
Vulgar young woman. Oh
yeah. God. Okay.
Anyway,
the real kicker for me on this episode is we meet a man early on who shares his journey with drugs.
Yes.
He's
clean.
Yes, he got involved with the wrong crowd, but now he's clean. And he's making the right choices, and he really wants to get his life back on track.
Right.
Ignore the fact that he's also the bad guy who's smuggling drugs, still on drugs, and is drawn with half closed eyes, and is always woken up from slumber when we see him. Like he's always like, "Sorry, dudes, I was just sleeping."
Yep.
I mean, it winds up this man's redemption arc is not a redemption arc because you actually don't ever get better from drugs.
Yeah.
And he's still in the throes of it. And what all of this builds to, like, nothing. There's no big, like, we always have to tell our parents if someone tries to offer us drugs. We always say no. There's the closest we get to a PSA is Scooby saying drugs. And Fred saying this means war. That is the closest we get to a PSA. I have to pray and hope and imagine that upon original airing, there was a bumper of some kind that aired during commercials that did a little bit more for it. But
Mm-hmm.
watching it now, it just is kind of a wild, like Scooby-Doo as even more children than they usually are.
Yeah, it's wild to even say the word drug in a episode meant for children, meant for little children,
Starring little children. Hang
starring
on.
little
I
children.
think I have their ages here.
A child had
And
to go into the recording booth and say, "This is a war on
I
drugs."
don't think it was actually a child.
Oh, okay,
B-dubs.
well,
Yeah, but
regardless.
children had to watch children say
Yes, yes, yes.
drugs. Hang on, let me see if they have this right
This
here.
this children was this show was by children for children.
That a writer's room full of babies being like, and then they find the dolphins carrying drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Also, yeah, all the dolphins are being mind controlled to transport the drugs.
Yeah.
Just as a side note. Okay, I don't know if I actually have it. Never mind. In this iteration of Scooby-Doo, Velma is the youngest at 8, and Fred, I think, is the oldest at 11. These are 8 to 11-year-olds
Mm-hmm.
who are not only hanging out, which I feel like I wasn't doing at 11. I wasn't hanging out with 8-year-olds, but whatever. And busting up drug rings with no parental supervision. By the way, they go scuba diving to the bottom of the ocean in this episode too. No regard for
Right.
scuba certification.
Yeah.
Nothing. They just pop on down there.
Right.
So it's not what I would call an A+ after school special.
Mm-hmm.
The only other one that I like vividly remember
Mm-hmm.
is DJ getting an eating disorder on Full House.
Oh my God, yes. Yes, I remember this.
And we
That
can
was
laugh at it because
powerful.
the actress is a terrible person.
The actress is a terrible person, and surprise, surprise, we're afflicted. Surprise, surprise.
Ooh. Sorry, I just oh
Thought
my
about it too
God.
hard.
I have to be vulnerable for a second.
Be vulnerable, please. I've been begging you to.
Well, because I was vulnerable with you last time this happened.
You're always vulnerable. I think
Candace
you say
Owens
that
made
once.
me laugh out loud this
Why?
week. Okay. So she's made me laugh out loud 2 times. The first time was her quote, Biden dropped out. And yeah, that's great news. But we all know there's a little part of this that feels a little fake and gay. That
I don't remember that.
Oh, that's the greatest thing she's ever said. She called something fake and gay and then continued like it was nothing.
Okay. And
So-
two.
That was so funny. I laugh out loud. I still say fake and gay all the time.
That's really funny, actually.
And it's so funny. And now it's appended with Ariana Grande's. I mean, gays and stupid and bad.
Mhm.
So it like kind of has become one. This week, she was reviewing the new Sabrina Carpenter album.
Okay.
I'm sorry. And she plays a snippet of one of her new songs.
Mhm.
And she stops it and she goes, I'm sorry, it's just, and then she does, I'm not going to say like a good, but like an adequate Sabrina Carpenter impression, like conveys what is needed for the point she's about to make.
Mhm.
And then she looks at the camera and she goes, I don't know, I can't mimic Whitney Houston. I laughed out loud alone in my apartment at that.
Damn it, Candace.
I don't know. I can't mimic Whitney Houston is fucking brutal. It is fucking brutal.
Oh my God, that's brutal.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Speaking of just like terrible
Yeah.
things that made us laugh. If
Terrible
we're
people.
going in, let's go all the way in.
Let's
I
go
laughed
all
out
the
loud
way
at Candace
in.
Owens this week. Sorry, team.
Let's go all the way in. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Okay, well, yeah. Those are some good ones, I guess.
We didn't even finish talking about DJ Tanner's eating disorder.
Oh my God. Okay, back to DJ Tanner's eating disorder.
Okay, hang on. I'm trying to think. Because all she does is suck on ice cubes and go on the elliptical for like 2 days and then she passes out.
God, I wish mine was that easy.
God, I wish. That's
really crazy.
it's so sitcom, and she like passes out at the gym.
Right.
She's like, oh, I need to fit into this swimsuit.
Right.
Girl, just don't drink water. You'll be dehydrate yourself.
Yeah, you'll
like,
be fine.
you'll be
Girl,
good.
you'll be fine.
There's healthier and quicker ways. Don't
Yeah.
chew gum. Don't drink carbonated products. We all know the rules.
Right. Just get that bloat down, diva.
Yeah, just get that Kim Kardashian skinny tea.
Right. Just drink a tea, shit your brains out, and
Yeah.
go to the beach,
Yeah.
whatever.
Just take about 14 laxatives the day before.
Right.
Not
Right.
based on true events.
Not based on true events, not in the slightest.
No, you got to do it at least 48 hours before the bloat doesn't go
No,
away.
don't,
Sorry.
absolutely don't eat the piece of chocolate that your grandmother gave you.
Absolutely never.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. True story.
True story. Anyway, so
Anyway,
those are the two that I recall. I'm sure there were other ones on like
yeah.
Disney Channel and stuff like that, but like I missed the That's So Raven episode on racism. That was
Oh,
after my era.
oh, Diva. I loved that.
Yeah.
I made my grandfather record it over one of his Westerns on a VHS. And I brought it to school. And during Black History Month, I brought it up to my teacher. And I
Yeah.
said, we are going to watch this. And we did.
That's actually, what year was that? That's kind of impressive.
No, I know. I was a child. I don't know how I
Yeah.
had that teacher wrapped around my finger like that, but I brought her the VHS.
Okay, Sandra Bullock in The Blind Side.
No, literally, I was like
Yeah.
white savior on crack. I literally
Yeah.
came up to her and I was like, we are going to watch this. I think some people in this class need to hear about this.
Get it?
And we did. And I would literally the whole time I was just spotters. I was doing an impression of myself at 8 years
Being
old.
a teacher's pet.
So yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. What other ones do you recall? Because I'm sure like
Well, there's a big one,
Hannah
girl.
Montana, Wizards of Waverly Place did one, but I can't recall them. What do you got?
There's a big one, girl. And you know this, but I'm gonna tell the story.
Which one? Tell me. Pray do tell.
This is actually like pivotal life moment.
Okay.
So obviously I did not go to an actual Christian school. I went to a public school, but we still didn't have sex ed. We still didn't talk about it because it was in the South and whatever.
Right.
Backstory. But in lieu of sex ed, we were shown a video. So they separated us out, boys, girls to this locker room, boys to this locker room. And they separated us out and they made us watch a video. And the video, if you were in my real life, you've heard the story, so you can fast forward, whatever. I've told this story to so many people. But the video went a little bit like this. So there's kids at a big giant table in a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that wonderful 90s, after school special acting. Huge table, children all around it, right? Okay. So they get their food delivered to the table. And this girl sits down beside this boy. He takes a bite. Here he's about to take a bite of a sandwich. And she goes, Tommy, don't eat that. What if the woman who made it has AIDS? Looks right into the camera on AIDS. So then the boy looks at her and says, Amanda, that's not how AIDS works. So then they go into all the different ways you can get AIDS. That's not eating a sandwich that a person with AIDS made. So I'm sitting there. I've never heard about sex in my life.
Taking aggressive notes.
I've literally never heard about sex in my life. I don't know like what's happening. I'm
right.
Like, I was probably 10 or something. Like,
yeah,
it was a shit show, right? Like the sex ed talk I had was my mom sat me down and said, there was a curse put upon women because, in the Garden of Eden, some shit happened and now we bleed and it's called the curse. And it is a curse because you know how I get really, really angry once a month and I really, really irrational. Yeah, that's the curse. So that was the extent of my sex ed at the time. And
I thought you peed in each other until the 7th grade.
Exactly. And I thought you just went in and then you just kind of went.
Yeah, me too.
Just soaked, essentially.
Yeah. Would have done numbers in Utah.
Would have done numbers. So, yeah. So then the video starts showing all the different ways that you can get AIDS. So they show a girl, they're like, getting your ears pierced. And it's a girl stumbling in the door, her grandmother and her mother on either side of her. Like she's stumbling. She's like, and I'm like, fuck, I have my ears pierced.
Oh no.
So then they're like, sharing needles. I didn't
just
realize
girly
that was
things.
A drug thing. I did not realize it was a drug thing. So I said, oh my God, I've had so many shots.
And I know they're not throwing them out. I know that's not a fresh one.
I said, I've gotten the flu shot. I was like, doctor, bleep that, has given me so many needles in my life.
Right. Right.
So then I'm
He has
like,
shared so many needles with me.
right. I'm like, okay, so I'm 2 for 2.
Yeah. God. Okay.
Then they go, sexual intercourse. And a
Phew.
woman and a man like walk into the room together. And then my brain somehow twists it because I had just recently discovered masturbation.
Mm-hmm.
And so my brain twisted it and I thought just anything, anytime, any germs get up in there. And I was like, but the cover story I told to everyone was that, because this was a true story, one time I ran out of toilet paper and I used the cardboard to kind of pat myself dry.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, fuck, what if that tree had AIDS? Now I have AIDS. Fuck. So I'm like, okay, so now I am 3 for 3.
Yeah.
And then I guess they said maybe a couple others. I don't remember. At that point, I was already like, well, shit, I have AIDS.
Right.
This is news to me. So the video turns off.
Uh-huh.
We go to lunch. Everyone is acting fucking normal. And I'm like,
I just received life-changing news.
I just found out I'm going to die because, obviously in the video, they're like, there's no cure.
Right.
You have it for life. This is a problem, whatever. It is deadly. You will die.
Right. Definitely not
Sex
a incredibly helpful management practice or anything that can minimize almost all symptoms. Yeah. Death.
So I'm at lunch. I am like freaking the fuck out. I'm like, did no one else see that? Like, I'm looking around. Everyone has their ears pierced. For God's sakes, everyone has their ears pierced. I'm not the only one. And so, yeah, it became a constant thing in my life. I literally had to drop out of Girl Scouts because I was so convinced that I had AIDS for 2 years of my life as a child because of this video. 2 years of my life, I thought I was dying, and I would literally sit there and like ration with myself. Do I want the rapture to happen first, or do I want to die from AIDS first?
For 2 years?
For 2 years. And then I discovered Rent.
All right. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks. This has been a great episode.
Over for me.
I can't do Reagan and Rent in the same episode.
I know. So yeah, it was a lot of that. And then kind of how this ended was we watched another video in class. It was like an Oprah interview. I don't know why we were watching that in like math class one day. But it was basically like talking about how you should be able to tell the adults in your life anything. And particularly they were talking about parents. And so I was like, okay, I am going to tell my mom today on the way home on the way to dance class, I'm going to tell her in the car that I have AIDS. And then my dad took me that day. My dad took me. So I didn't share it. Then one day I saw on the Today Show that they had like the first person had been like not cured, but their
like
HIV
undetectable.
Undetectable. Because this was probably, I don't know what year this was, but it was around the time when that was starting to become a possibility. And I saw that and I was like, okay, so there's technology. Like I'm going to be okay. I'm going to survive this.
We have our greatest brains on this.
Right. Like, yeah, like we're getting there. And then I realized after 2 years, I was like, if nothing has happened to me in these 2 years, I probably don't have it. So then I started practicing my interview for the Today Show in my kitchen almost every day. I would practice and I would be like, I would say, I had AIDS, but the Lord cured me. And that was what I would practice every day. I practiced that line every day.
And then you would sing Proud to Be an American?
Because I was genuinely convinced that I did have it and that God literally intervened and cured me and that I was now fine since I hadn't died yet. I was like, oh, it's been 2 years. Although I think I would have lasted a little bit longer. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how. all that works. I
Yeah,
should
that's
cut
kind
that.
of the crux of this story is you didn't know how any of it worked.
I should cut that.
No, we all, I mean, mine was very different, but like we all gaslit ourselves into believing something crazy was happening to us growing up. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
gaslit myself into thinking that I was on the Truman Show, you know, like I
right.
thought
Exactly.
so. Like
Exactly.
convincing yourself of stuff as a kid isn't out of pocket, but like
No.
it is like, what is the point of these after school specials if that's the conclusions we're leaving with?
Because you're not, this is my problem. And not to get too serious, I know that we're trying to have a fun episode, but I think that this, since we're talking about after school specials, it does bring up some conversations. And here's what
Yes,
I have to say. It's not, I'm not blaming my school necessarily for giving me that information.
right,
Sure, they gave me the information, but they didn't give me anything to go along with it. They didn't give me any education to go along with it.
right.
Didn't they didn't say, well, this is one aspect of your sexual education. They said this is the only sexual education you're going to have.
Oh,
We're going
fun.
to give you this
Just AIDS.
one really scary thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have no resources to talk about it with.
Right.
I
Fear-based
don't have
celibacy. Yeah.
any actual education on the topic besides
Right.
just watching this like stupid ass after school special about AIDS and how you can get it from getting your ears pierced. And I thought Claire's, my doctor, everyone, my hand gave me
Yeah.
AIDS.
Everything and everyone. Well, you talked
All
about
at
that
once.
in episode 1. You talked about being a hovering family,
Yeah, yeah. My
squatting
family has
family.
always squatted. Yeah.
Damn, no wood boogers for you.
No.
Damn.
Anyway,
Okay.
that was a big one. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that was the biggest one for me.
Yeah. I
And like murder, things about murder, about girls disappearing from their homes and things that my
yeah.
parents would just have on the TV or like my aunt would have on the TV and I would just see it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like Dateline shit, but that's
Yeah.
to be expected. We all saw that.
My grandma
But yeah,
loved cops.
yeah, that was my big one. That was my big kicker.
Yeah. Yeah. I never fully got them. Like I never understood
Mm-hmm.
that we were supposed to get something deeper from them. And I know, like, I frequently dress in the style of, I would say, like the character on Boy Meets World who tries to get you to smoke their dad's cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say that I'm on the right side of history when it comes
Right.
to these PSAs.
Yeah.
But I think what's important for us to know here is that you shouldn't do drugs.
Right. Don't
Drugs
do
are
drugs,
bad.
kids.
Don't do drugs. Just say no. Drugs? Tui. Hey, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I need you to pick a Scooby-Doo quote. One disappears forever. One you have to hear every day for the rest of your life. One is
Okay.
your alarm sound in the morning, okay?
Okay.
Rock? Where? Or
Okay.
drugs? Chewy.
I'm gonna take drugs, Chewy.
Okay.
Drugs, Chewy for 100.
No, I always go to do the Family Feud theme song, and I wind up doing John Cena's theme song, and I don't.
Oh, those are weird ones that get confused. I feel like.
Yeah, but like in my head, it's in the style of Family Feud. Also, my new favorite thing to do when someone says something really stupid is pretend I'm on Family Feud and go, good answer, good answer.
I like that.
And I don't think
like
many
that.
people get it, but I say it when someone says something really fucking stupid.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was hoping you were gonna say it to me.
Okay. Oh, you got any other after school specials?
I think that was my big one. I mean, that was really like it changed my life, quite literally.
I don't think I had any of those.
Oh, I know something else I want to ask you real fast. Did you have any kids at your high school who sold drugs? And or did you ever have any experience with that in high school?
Okay, let's see. So I went to a private Christian high school.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, no one was doing drugs.
Right.
Obviously, no one was underage drinking. No one was having premarital sex.
Right.
No one got caught by the Spanish teacher having sex on the backseat of a Forerunner. That didn't happen.
No, it didn't. No.
Yeah. So I think less on the selling, more on the purchasing side.
Okay,
at my
that
school
makes sense for your
I
school.
was never in that sphere because I was told by my parents if I was ever caught doing drugs, I would not be allowed to like move to LA, which twas my dream and things like that. Like I knew that I would never be allowed to leave if I got caught doing drugs or drinking. So I didn't drink or smoke until I moved to LA.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely was around it. Definitely people around me really enjoyed cocaine. Really, really enjoyed
Yeah.
cocaine. And that's kind of been a constant, through my life. Like it's kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
Like everyone kind of does it.
Yeah.
And I think in high school it was much more like, oh my God.
Right.
If someone was ever like, I'm gonna go do it, I would be like, I will happily hold the space for you because I know that I will not change your opinions.
Mm-hmm.
But should you ever need help or want to discuss, I am
Be right
happy to
here.
be that person for you. Like, and they'd be like,
Amen.
okay, so I can do blow, and I'll be like, yeah, go
Mhm.
ahead. Like,
Go right ahead. Sure.
yeah, be my guest, be our guest,
Yes.
be our
Be our
guest,
guest.
put
Put your
our
service to
service
the
to the
test.
test. But I definitely was much more on the like, I don't know if this is the time nor place, fellas. Like that was definitely much more my vibe
That
in
was your
high school.
energy.
I started like 4 or 5 anti-drug
Oh my God.
for college applications. I would like to know. I think that's an important
That says a
qualifier.
lot. That
Same
says a
reason
lot.
I established queer safe spaces, not for any other reason, simply for college applications.
Right. Yeah. Um, I feel like same ish. Okay, so well, my high school, definitely not the blow. No one was doing cocaine because I feel like you have to have a lot of money to do
Yeah, yeah,
cocaine.
yeah. I was with a lot of
Um,
children of rich parents. Yeah.
yeah, that was not the vibe of my high school. So I would say there was probably a lot of, well, I know there was a lot of weed happening.
Mhm.
And obviously I grew up in a drug hotspot, so whatever, but that's not relevant
Shout out
because
Wise County.
shout out, yeah, one of the major players in the opioid crisis. Um,
We see you, girl.
we see you, keep shining. Um, but I I was such a goody two shoes. I cannot explain enough to you how much of a goody
Hmm.
two shoes I was. I
Hmm.
did not take a sip of alcohol. I did
Hmm.
not do anything. And neither did like the people around me, at least not to my knowledge. And I guess maybe if they did, they knew not to tell me because I would be like,
Hmm.
like I was so goody two shoes.
I
Um,
definitely lost like hearing about it privileges at a certain point because like there's
yeah,
a
I'm
certain point where it's just like,
sure.
but also I grew up in Colorado, so like weed for me in high school. I started
Yeah.
high school after 2012. Like weed was there with underage drinking.
I did have one time that people thought I was a drug dealer,
Why?
which is so funny because of how much of a goody two shoes I was. But okay, so I got really into kale about junior year, sophomore year, junior year of high
And once
school.
again, never had an eating disorder on this podcast, folks.
No,
Never once
never,
has anyone on this podcast ever had an eating disorder. Just,
never,
when you get really
not
into
once.
kale in high school.
Right, not once. I never had
Yeah.
one. But
Healthy relationship with food, I say.
what I would do is I would put it on a sheet pan covered in a little bit of olive oil. Let's emphasis on little bit because
Little.
no eating disorder, but um, and I would bake them and make them into chips. I'm realizing more
In
and more how horrible this sounds.
in moderation, kale chips, not bad. A
Oh, they're
little bit of
good.
lemon juice, little bit of
Oh
balsamic.
my God, they're good. But it was
Great.
that's all I was eating all day. But
Right.
that's
That's
a
what I
different
was
story.
assuming. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I would take that to school and I would just take a plastic bag, like a Ziploc bag of kale chips, and they would get really crushed in my
I was gonna say,
lunchbox.
so you just like literally have like,
Yeah, exactly.
oh,
And so there was one kid in
hey,
particular
I
who,
just caught up, guys.
who I sort of low key convinced myself I had a crush on.
Was this a
And
youth group one?
no, he went to my
Okay.
high school, but
Oh, okay.
I knew for a fact that he was a stoner. He was high most days at school. Like I knew that was
Hmm.
a thing. Every time I told someone I thought he was cute, they were like, "But Katie, I don't think you're into that sort of thing." And I was like, "I don't care. I don't give a shit. Like
I can fix
whatever,
him.
guys. I'm cool. Guys, I'm
I'm
cool."
cool.
And so he heard about my kale chips and thought that it was a like euphemism. And also, no one in my high school was eating kale. I'm gonna say that. No
Right.
offense to my high school, but no one at my high school was eating kale at that time. And
What you mean
so,
in the town where all the fast food restaurants are shaped like giant fast food? No one was
right,
eating kale.
right,
What's that place called?
pals.
Pals.
And so he did come up to my locker and said, "Hey, you got the kale chips?" And I was like, "Yeah." And
Anything for you.
he was like, "Can I get some?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I pulled them out. I put them in my hand and I put them in his hand. And he was like, "Shit, how much?" And I was like, "You can just have it. Like, it's fine." And he was like, "Are you for real?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm for real. It's like one leaf of kale. Like, what the fuck? Are you joking?" And he went away and he did his thing. And it took me a while to realize what that interaction actually was. I just thought, oh, he heard that I had
Can
kale
we get
chips.
can we get him on the pod to tell his side of when he realized they were just kale chips?
I
Like,
wish. Oh my God. I wonder if he would.
okay, this begs an important follow-up from me.
Mm-hmm.
And with runtime, this may wind up taking the place of marketable traits. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But first experience drinking, first experience with weed.
Mm.
Go.
First experience drinking. Well, my first ever sip of
Mm-hmm.
alcohol, period,
That's what I'm going to tell the story of.
was I had graduated high school. It was the summer before I went off to college. It was a few weeks before I was leaving. And my cousins wanted me to come over and have a couple drinks because they were like, "You're," I don't want to tell their business, but like whatever. It was a
Yeah.
good thing because it was their point was, "You've never been around alcohol
Right. No,
and
I
I
agree
do
with
not
that.
want you to go to college and get drunk with a bunch of strangers and then that be your first time ever having alcohol and then you get in a dangerous situation." So they were like,
Yes, I agree with
"Come
that.
over in the safety of our home,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like you can have a drink, see how it affects you, walk around, see how it is, whatever." It was like such a
Mm-hmm.
wholesome thing, actually. It
Yes.
was so perfect. But when I met them at the restaurant before we went to do that, my very first sip ever was, we were eating at the restaurant and she was like, "Do you want to take a sip of my beer?" And I was like,
Mm, not a good starter though.
so I was like, and I barely put my tongue in it. So that was my very first sip. But then when we got back to her house, I had a Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Ooh,
Yeah. What about,
feisty.
oh, and for weed,
Yeah.
my first weed experience was a pot cookie from someone at my college, and it had definitely expired.
Mm.
But I took a little nibble of it, and I was like, I think I feel something, but I wasn't totally sure. It was just like me and my two friends, and all the musical theater kids were like making really into making
Yeah.
pot cookies at the time, and so my friend bought
Because
one
you
off
can
of
get
them.
high, but it doesn't impact your vocal cords.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so my friend had bought one and we just went in my room and like watched Twilight or something and like
Cool.
popped one, and I don't think it really affected me, but it I took a bite of it.
Gazebo effect. You felt pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. Gazebo effect for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. What about
Um,
you?
okay. So first sip of alcohol, I have a two-way tie. I don't know which one was first. Both of
Mm-hmm.
which are whatever. First time my parents had I was in my pantry, like our pantry was also our mudroom. So I was like putting on my shoes and I looked
Mm-hmm.
up on the shelves and there was a corked bottle of wine. And my parents are not big drinkers. I don't think either of them drink now. Like it's never been, they have a very healthy relationship with it and it's very on the minimal side. So
Mm-hmm.
like they weren't like drinking a lot. It was never like really accessible in my house. And so I saw it and I was like, I'm curious. And so either no one was home or like everyone was away. So I like literally uncorked, took like a little like
Yeah.
bootleg sip of it and was like, because it tasted, later found out it was
Yeah.
expired because it was old ass wine because my parents don't
Don't
drink
drink.
wine.
Yeah.
Um, and it tasted like I remember being like, it tastes like grape juice, but I just brushed my teeth. Like I was like,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
get the hype. Like it tastes like I just drank juice after
Yeah.
brushing my teeth. Okay. Um, then after I found out I was moving to LA, I think this one was later because the escalation makes sense here. Fellas, we
Yeah.
are on a path of destruction. I was house sitting for my neighbors and I
Mm-hmm.
opened their cupboard and they had vodka in there. And I said, I have to be prepared for this. I
Mm-hmm.
have to know what it's like. I'm gonna get drunk.
Right.
You know, like I'm like, I'm going to do it tonight.
Yeah.
Have you seen that Vine where the kid goes, "What are we about to do?" And the other kid goes, "Yo, drink this vodka down the hatch." And then he
Yes.
pours it in his mouth and like it
Yes.
half of it comes up because he's like,
Yes.
that was about my experience.
Cool.
Those are both of my
I
two
see it
riveting
clearly.
experiences underage drinking
Uh-huh.
before I moved to LA. By that I mean under 18.
Yeah. Once you
I
moved,
mean British underage. I mean
we
UK
we
rules,
all
love.
corrupted you a little.
Oh yeah,
Actually,
wasn't
no,
even
when
you.
we met, I
No,
was underage too. So
yeah,
I couldn't
so
buy you alcohol.
yeah. But I definitely like once I was kind of entering the real world, I had a good, safe environment to
Yeah.
overshoot the landing on. And when I did the first time, I was like, okay, that's because
Yeah.
I was also of the belief that alcohol is the magic juice that makes everything fun.
Yeah.
And I didn't I didn't realize
Yeah.
that like you got to time it. You got to learn that
Mm-hmm.
like after two vodka crayons, or vodka Red Bulls, you got to switch to vodka crayons. Like I was learning all of that kind of
Right.
the hard way.
Yeah.
So my
That's why
first
it's so
experience with
important.
weed was
Yeah.
so nothing. I got
Yeah.
so high. I got so high because
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. And I was like,
And then all
I'm
of a sudden
feeling,
you feel
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Um, I worked at an ice cream store and I actually had my med card. I got my med card when I turned 18 because I was like, I'm going to be such a badass. I'm going to get weed all the time. And then I
Mm-hmm.
was so scared to do it. And so this guy I worked with, I was like, I have my med card. I just don't know how a dispo works.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I got you, bro. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Picked up some stuff for me. Even gave me one of his pipes. It was great. I remember being on
Aw.
the back porch of the house I lived at in LA because everyone was out of town. I had ice cream from the ice cream store and I started watching The Office. And
Mm-hmm.
I was laughing so hard
Mm-hmm.
at The Office.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the episode I was watching was the Fun Run episode, which I think is actually a decent episode of The Office. I think
Yeah.
The Office has some good episodes. I think that one would fall into that category. Don't know if it's because it's what I was watching the first time ever
Yeah.
that was high. But then I just remember being like, oh my God, I'm laughing so much that you would think I'm high.
Yeah.
And then looking at my hand and being like,
You're like, oh, I'm high, bitch.
were you there the first time I got crossed? You weren't. There's an iconic picture of me on this trampoline
Yes.
falling
Okay. I
backwards in the
remember
middle of a photo.
yes, I remember the experience, but I think I had like a school thing that night. I don't
You
think
did.
I
You
was
had to
there.
go to something. Do you remember the first time that you were like, oh shit, I'm high? Like,
Mm-hmm. Um, I think, oh God, I think
uh-huh.
it was either, it was either there was a, okay, this would have happened first, I think. No.
Her
So
mind is so scrambled from the drugs, folks.
I
This
know.
is this is what's wrong with the youth of America.
So my junior year of college, I bought weed brownies from one of my friends whose sorority her big and her sorority was making them. And I should have known better because she was like texting, she was like, how much do you guys want? And I was like, I just want like one brownie. And I was like, like how many? Like what's in it?
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, she doesn't know. She literally just like mixed, like she doesn't know. She just took a bite and said she's blasted. Like she has no clue. And I was like, okay, cool. So I had plans with like a crush that weekend. And so I was like, I got us this like weed brownie, but like
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it first just like to see because this random girl made it that I don't know. And that was the scariest night of my life. Like I had the light, I was turning the light on, turning the light off. I was like, I don't know which one. I was watching the L Word. I had to take pictures of the screen to confirm that Holland Taylor was in fact in the episode of the L Word that I was watching because I thought I was hallucinating her. I was also hearing children screaming because it was an episode that took place at a carnival. I was like getting in the
Ooh.
shower, getting out of the shower, getting back in the shower, out of the shower. Nothing was helping. I was just like, I'm dead to the world.
Mm-hmm.
The other time, this was early on in my weed journey. I was with my best friend and we split a gummy and we were getting ready to go out. We were going to go to Century City Mall and we were going to get food and walk around, whatever. And I was meeting a bunch of her friends as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So a bunch of new people I didn't know, which is great. And we took half of a gummy, we split it, and then about an hour passed and we were like not feeling it at all. So we said, okay, fierce. Let's take another half. So we split another gummy. And I'm going to say those were probably 50 milligrammers. I'm going to say that probably. Um, and so I
I
remember,
just know how you handle weed.
yeah, I remember the moment that I sat down on the toilet. We took it and I was like, I'm going to go pee. I sit down on the toilet, my ass hits the seat, and I go, oh shit, because the first one hit me. And then I was like, well, fuck.
A second edible has hit the system.
A second edible has hit the system. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to be very high. So just like warning, we are going to be blasted. I go downstairs. All of her friends are smoking on the balcony. I decide to take a couple hits of the joint.
You hate to be left out. You hate to be left out.
I hate to be left out. And so we went to Century City and all of us were so high that we could not hold a conversation. And like we got gelato and we were like, it felt like peanut butter on our mouths. Like we were all like none of us were speaking. It was crazy. So
yeah, I've had a few hangs like that.
Those were about the first times, but yeah.
Damn.
I don't remember my first time like feeling it, but without being like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, that one's sad. Never mind. I don't have any.
So today's marketable trader kept it short and sweet. In the words of Sabrina Carpenter. This marketable trader said, littering.
Oh no.
Okay.
You are really good when you have a single, like if it's a single focus, you're going to accomplish that. If you have to juggle multiple things at the same time, maybe not, but
you care a lot about your own convenience. And
yeah,
I think that
exactly.
In this case is a negative, but I think in other cases can be a positive. You're looking out for yourself and you know it's good for you.
Yeah, looking out for others. But I don't do too much of that anyway, so I'm not going to throw stones.
Yeah, I mean, do we approve of your littering? Absolutely not. But do we say maybe what type of person this shows us that you are? Self-sufficient,
yeah,
ready to get the job done, ready to take care of business, ready to just throw it out back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And also, oh no. I would say that you are good at identifying the fights that are worthwhile, because if you look at the numbers, 100 companies are responsible for 100 companies are responsible for 70% of our carbon emissions. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you're littering. Probably not going to be the thing that melts the iceberg if you get my metaphor. Oh my God, girl. Girl.
Sit the fuck up.
She's trying to jump to the mic to tell me that climate change isn't real.
I know. She is so desperate. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, that's my problem. I think where I relate to this is I am an environmental science major and I joined it thinking, oh my God, I'm going to like help solve the problems and things like that. And what I learned is Earth will be fine. We are like lice to the Earth. We are like a 24-hour bug to the Earth. She will bounce back. She will be fine. This is about saving humanity, and I could take or leave that. And if you are the CEO of one of these 100 companies responsible for 70% of our carbon emissions, I will say you can start littering if you stop doing your company. If you shut down your company, you're allowed to litter.
Okay. That's a good trade-off, guys. And with that, I think we're going to say adios.
Yeah, be sure to subscribe to us here. Hit the notification bell, like, comment.
Follow us.
Hit the
bell.
Leave a good review wherever you are right now. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Bimbo Book Club Pod.
Fill out marketable traits. Give us your
marketable traits because we love judging you and you love being judged.
Yeah.
I know a way to make us both happy.
You filthy little sluts.
You like it. You like it. You have a degradation and praise kink because we're going to tear you down a little bit, but we're also going to build you up.
You back up.
Yeah, good boy. Put that in the garbage can. Yeah, pick it up. Put it in the trash. Good boy. For more content like that, be sure to subscribe so that we know you want to, hear more. And
on that note, we're going to say we're going to say hi to Amy Sedaris.
And kissies to our little baby fishies.
Bye, guys.
Bye, chicas. Oh my God, I burnt myself on my air fryer. Can you see that?
Oh my God.
Promise you'll stop for me.